All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Uh, Thank you all for being here. Oh my gosh. What a day. What a day. What a day. This start was right when I was about to start I know chills, right? Casual. Right when I was about to start the live stream. My OBS let me know that it was uploading uploading all my files to the cloud and it would take a moment. So I was like, oh my gosh, really? Of all days. But no, thank you guys for all being here. There's so many of you. This is so great. We have a lot of very, very exciting things to talk about. I just want to say hi to everyone in the chat here right now. There's so many of you. Oh my gosh. Burke, Raven, Mad Matt, Sid, Jesse, Haylox. Thank you guys all for being here. This is great. Vaughn today. I see ya. I see you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, Frenchie. Thank you guys for being here. So this is going to be a very exciting day. I'm going to have a little brief schedule that I'm going to go over real quick. Naughty Dog is releasing something at 9 a.m., which is a little bit over an hour from now. But before we get to that reveal, I'm going to go over everything that they've revealed up to this point so far. What's up, Mr. Ralph? What's up, Iron Child? Joystick Pepsi. So basically, first of all, I am TLOU Strategist. I go by T-Strats or Strats. Any of those are fine. I am a content creator. Basically, oh, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Happy TLOU Day. And thank you both to Factions Insider and Firegirl for the early donations and becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I do exclusively Last of Us content. Last of Us Factions, Last of Us Story Mode, Last of Us Part 2. That is what I do. And today is one of the most exciting days of the year for me. And basically what we're going to go over all the merch and everything that they've revealed so far. And then we're going to go over historically what they have unveiled on Outbreak Days, which will kind of be a good way of giving us both calibrating expectations and also maybe being able to predict certain things in the future. So yeah, there is that. And then I have a couple of surprises that I'm not going to discuss at this time, but I will say in about 5 minutes I have to do something manually, and that will be a surprise that we're going to talk about. And then after that, I have some other things that I want to talk about. PlayStation Studios in regards to the future of factions and just the future of gaming in general. I think that this is going to be a pretty interesting conversation. And then also the stream schedule that I put out that you may have seen in that intro. So basically what I did is I went around and tried to ask a bunch of people, a bunch of streamers in the TLOU community if they were streaming today. I wanted to try to coordinate a stream schedule so that we could kind of piggyback off one another so that everyone in the community could get lots of support and we can all enjoy this fantastic game that we love. So yeah. What's up, Sergeant Sarah? Thanks for stopping in. How's it going, Mr. Toast? All right, so let's see. We have 4 minutes until I have to do, so let's go ahead and get into this. This is the Last of Us Day page on the Naughty Dog site. And if we go to right down here, you'll notice this is the TLOU Day starting tomorrow, which is actually today now, at 9 a.m. This is where we're going to go. If you click on it now, you just get this blank PlayStation global page, right? So there's nothing there yet, but that is where we're going to go at 9 o'clock. And that is where they're going to unveil something potentially super exciting. So let's go ahead and get into some of these merch and whatnot. So the first thing that they have on here is the Last of Us Part 2 original soundtrack, vinyl plus limited edition posters. This is put out by Mondo. They've done their Outbreak Day posters in the past. Actually, I should go ahead and talk about the fact that it's not called Outbreak Day anymore. It's now called Last of Us Day, which I really kind of understand given the state of the world and just the issues and maybe the I don't know how some people could take that in a wrong way this year. So, and they said that it's going to be the Last of Us Day moving forward from this year forward, which I kind of like. I like that it's kind of more all-encompassing, particularly in regards to potential multiplayers or potential other games moving forward, right? So yeah, that's pretty exciting. So on here, on this Mondo shop, they're going to release also at 9 a.m. pre-order. There's going to be 2 Last of Us 2 inspired posters, as well as the Gustavo Santaolalla and Matt Quayle vinyl, which is cool. Next up that they announced is what do you guys think about that? Are you guys getting those posters? I want to know what you guys think. I know you got to kind of see them first, but what do you think? Posters? You guys getting those? You guys getting the vinyl soundtrack? Happy Outbreak Day, Shiny God. Their posters are usually pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. The next is this Last of Us board game, which I think really could be pretty dang fun. So if you look at the team that made it, they made Bloodborne, which if we go to their page and we look down at Bloodborne, let's see, we go to products. It's almost 8 o'clock. I got to do something right at 8 o'clock. It's very important. Very important. There it is. There's Bloodborne. So what I like here, officially Sony licensed product, they have a trailer of this. There's 8 o'clock. Okay, just have to hit that button, and it's all good. All right, sweet. Check out this trailer of Bloodborne. So this is the company that's going to be making the Last of Us board game. I personally feel a Last of Us board game is a great idea, and I like that there's a Molotov cocktail on here from Bloodborne. But look at this trailer and let me know what you think, how you could see this tie into the Last of Us board game, and if you would be interested in it. It is a Kickstarter board game, Darius. It is. Oh, you got it, Casual? You got it for your friend? Awesome. I like the 3D animation on this. Is actually they did a pretty good job. Yeah, I like how it switches between game and the board game. That's pretty sweet. Showing how they kind of like overlap a bit. I'm sure people would want to play with you, Raven. The other thing is the potential to stream this game online, right? I think you definitely stream a board game online. What's up, the real me? Is Rage here? What's up, Rage? I want you guys to keep these character cards in mind. Looks amazing. Yeah, I know this. So this is the Bloodborne game, and it looks pretty dang cool. So some of the things that I think about when having a Last of Us board game like this, obviously you're going to have them affected around. You're going to have like hunter attacks, right? But the thing that I was particularly interested in is the characters. Which character would you be? Like, I'm just calling it right now. I'm calling Bill. I could be Bill. I could be Bill with the shotgun and the machete. Yeah, so I was pretty impressed with that. I really was. I think that board game This company looks pretty damn good. I think they can put out an excellent Last of Us board game. It says currently in development. They have no other details on that. But what do you guys think? Um, I honestly want to know what you guys think. Would you get that board game? I mean, based off that, I mean, they haven't showed anything yet. But what do you think? Yeah, I could see a TLOU board game. That'd be cool. Absolutely, right? Uh, there is actually there's a bunch. Oh, thank you for becoming a strategist, Mana. Thank you. Welcome. I appreciate that. Yeah, and there's actually a bunch of post-apocalyptic kind of zombie themed board games out there, and a lot of them are really fun. There's this one that I've played called Dead Panic, and it's really captures the stressful feeling of being chased by a horde, along with having very limited supplies. Like you have to scavenge things as you can. And if you have a rifle, it has like 2 bullets. You shoot them. After it's shot, you turn the card and you use it as like a club, which then breaks later. It's actually I'm like, it's pretty dang fun for a board game. It really is. So I can see a ton of potential in this. This was pretty exciting for me. There's an Abby cosplay guide. They did an Ellie one last year, so this is kind of the flip side of that. I get that. They kind of didn't want to highlight it last year because they wanted people to play the game first. So we also have these Last of Us Day limited edition Ellie statues, which are pretty amazing looking. Now, I'm not someone that really collects statues and stuff. I know a lot of people are. I know Cop Stuff. He took his statue and then he modified it even more. He changed the blood so that it was even more in the game. It was pretty amazing. We're gonna find out, Ronnie. We're gonna find out. Thank you, Mr. Tennis. Yeah, I'm testing out this new OBS. There's gonna be some hiccups and stuff along the way, but so far so good. So far so good. Yeah, thank you for being here. What's up, M-Lance? All right, so these statues, they are very expensive. I believe they are $550. So yeah, they had these come out, and then they also, this is a different company I believe, has this Joel and Ellie. Pretty good job. Looks very much like the loading screen. So there's that. And those are up for pre-order now. So if you're into those things, you'll want to jump on those very soon and get those pre-ordered. There's a new Last of Us Day theme. This one's a beach theme. It's pretty standard. If you've beaten the game, this is what you see when you load up the game, which is decent. What do you guys think about the? Yeah, you're right, Jonestown. Thanks for being here, Jonestown. They are very detailed. They're insanely detailed. Yeah, usually the face statue is not too great, but yeah, it is. Those are super detailed, and just the machete and the bow looks pretty amazing. Yeah, but what do you guys think about PS4 themes? What is your favorite one? They've released a bunch of them, and actually, so this one is free today, and I believe all the other Outbreak Day themes are free today as well. So if you ever missed one, hop on there, download them all, and get them on your system. It is a nice background. I kind of like the ones that are more soothing. I ended up having to turn on the duality one. I liked the duality. I like how it changed based off time of day. I did not. The music was a little too intense for me and loud for just being my menu. I had the. Do you guys remember the fire one? It was, I think 2 years ago they released that fire theme where it was just a car burning. I actually loved that one. That was so good. It was so relaxing. I could just listen to the fire burn as if it was a fireplace. It was good. What's up, Luke? Look. Thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, so there's this. And then we have the Last of Us Day bundles, which if you have not played The Last of Us Factions, you should definitely check it out. Right now is as good a time as ever. You can get these bundles which have DLC weapons, like you have the double barrel, the enforcer, the launcher, the specter. You can they have enough bundles that you can get all the DLC and it won't break the bank. I think you can get all of them for less than $20. I may be misquoting that, but They're normally about like $5 for a bundle, and I believe they're like half off or less than that, 40% off or something like that. So definitely, yeah, no, I think it's 50% off. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. Now your house is burning, so it's appropriate. That's right, Darius. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I live very near where these wildfires were recently, and it was pretty dang scary, to be honest. It was pretty dang scary. They got less than 10 miles from here, which for a wildfire is nuts, because those things move very fast, insanely fast. And then okay, so if you don't have these bundles, if you don't have The Last of Us Left Behind, get those. You should definitely get those today. Well worth the price that they're at. And then last, but certainly not least, is the photo mode contest. Oh, thank you, Ricky Boy. Thank you for picking up the sub. So The Last of Us Outbreak Day, they previously have done photo mode contests, and I like that they're bringing it back. So this is a Last of Us Part 2 photo mode contest. There are some rules that you'll want to check out. You'll definitely want to check them out. We'll click on it here. It is limited to the United States, District of Columbia, excluding Arizona and Canada, or in Canada excluding Quebec. So it's very limited North American range. So that's something to know first and foremost, which I know stinks for a lot of people. The other thing you want to look at, though, that I thought was really interesting is right here, judging. The following factors will be used to judge. You should definitely look at this. Creativity accounts for 60%, originality 30%, brand awareness 10%. So there you go. And they're going to do a bunch of these every week for a while. So I think you should definitely check that out. I believe the two things that you can win are you can win an Ellie Edition Last of Us Part 2, and you can win a Last of Us Part 2 custom controller. So, what's up, Tex? What's up, Roger? Arhan, they haven't announced it yet. So, there's going to be an announcement at 9. We'll find out. But I'm going to kind of talk about stuff. So, the next thing I'm going to kind of go in here soon is going to be the history of Outbreak Day, and which is now The Last of Us Day. And what is like the likelihood that we would get a factions announcement or factions reveal today? I think this will be good. This will be good to go over this, and we can get a good framework and a good kind of understanding of what the expectations are. Oh, thank you, Cachito Jackson. Thank you. That's very kind of you. $5 is a decent amount. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see. We're gonna go. Here we go. The Last of Us Day. So this is the Last of Us wiki on fandom. The first thing they have on here is the name change, right? So 4 days ago it changed this now The Last of Us Day due to COVID. Totally understandable. So we got that. So history. This is good. So the very first Outbreak Day, they invited fans on Twitter to describe their experience, real or not, of how they'd survive a pandemic using the hashtag Outbreak Day, and Naughty Dog retweeted their favorites throughout the day. So I kind of like that. And then also they released, which I'm sure many of you have seen on YouTube. There's the musical alternate ending. It's like an opera with Marlene and Joel, Troy Baker, they're and Meryl Dandridge. They're making it into this very dramatic opera. It's pretty good. So they released that on that first day. So that's one thing. They released a video. So it's good to keep this in mind. They kind of released this behind the scenes video one year. So make note of that in the back of your mind. On the second Outbreak Day, they announced the winners of their 2014 photo mode contest, which they're bringing the photo mode contest back this year, which is cool. There was a clicker statue that was put out for $150 each, only 1,500 units by Vincent van Dyke. Last I heard, those were going for significantly more than that, 3 or 4 times more. So that turned out to be a pretty dang good investment for those people. The next year, they did another clicker statue produced by Gaming Heads. And then they did the sale. They started doing the PSN sales of the Last of Us content. like dynamic themes. That's when they started all those kind of like themes and putting faction stuff on discount. 2016, this is when they started collaborating with Mondo. They created a limited edition poster by Kevin Tong, which I actually talked about in. I kind of like analyzed all the posters in one of my videos one time, and they're really, really good. And looking back, they definitely did like hint towards things. So that's what they did that year. That was like a poster. That one was a pretty standard year, 2016. 2017, they started ramping up for The Last of Us Part 2. Poster, theme, t-shirt, week of sales on Last of Us content, yada yada. Another Kevin Tong poster. That's the Abby one with the hammer. We didn't know who she was or what she was about. With a wolf behind it. So good. So good. I mean, looking back, you can see just how good these posters are. King Cheems. No, this is the stuff they've released already. This is not the reveal. The reveal is going to be at 9. We're going to go to this page one back at 9 o'clock. And at that time, something new will be uploaded. So that's what we're kind of waiting for at this point. What's up, Happy Haunts You? Right now, we're kind of looking at the history of Outbreak Day so that we can have a better understanding of maybe what to expect. Or if it doesn't follow suit, you can see just how much they broke their history by doing something completely new, which they've completely rebranded it. So they're already doing something completely new, which for me says something. All right. So yeah, they did another poster, soundtrack on vinyl in 2 volumes. And the PS Store offered the same sales in a new t-shirt design, LA Tattoo. Last year. So many of us remember last year, right? I put out a whole video. So 1 year ago today, I did the same thing. I had my live stream going. Right now it's 8:15, so about 45 minutes, something new will be coming. I have some surprises and other stuff that we were going to talk about and kind of go through in the meantime. That will lead up nicely to that 9 o'clock reveal, wherever it may be. So, in 2019, last year, I started live streaming right at 8 o'clock. Started getting some really good information and news, and then the second article hit, right? First article says amazing bow gameplay. Second one was no factions, no multiplayer mode. So that was really hard because a lot of the community kind of got divided there. The multiplayer people were like, "What? No multiplayer?" And during that time, you can watch. I made a video. It's called "A Tale of Two Games," and basically, I just urged people to be patient. Like, it didn't make sense that they would just completely cut it. That something else was going to come down the line. And then later that day, they officially announced, hey, we're working on something that's not ready. We'll announce it at a later time and date. And basically, it's been separated from the main game, so 2 games. But although that is pretty much the last kind of official update we've gotten. I know Anthony Newman was on a Twitch live stream a couple weeks back, and he kind of reiterated that same thing, and like, yeah, there's a second game that they're working on, which is this standalone multiplayer. So that is kind of where we're at. So I know a lot of us are waiting for Factions 2 or something else to be announced. It may not happen. Today's update may be a PS5 version of The Last of Us Part 2, like how The Last of Us Part 2 might be enhanced. That's something that we'll have to see. So yeah, they did a photo mode contest last year as well. And so that is the history of Outbreak Days, right? So here's where we're going to go back. In a little bit, we will go to, let's see, where's that link at the top? There's the link. Right here, TLOU Day. We're going to go there soon. All right. But in the meantime, I have some surprises for you. So the first surprise is this. So, at 8 o'clock, which was about 18 minutes ago, myself and artists from all over the world made postcards, which we then posted to Twitter with the hashtag TLOU postcard. If you're on Twitter, you've probably seen these already because there's a bunch of them. I'm going to go through and show you them because they are phenomenal. This is my own. I am not a great artist. This is my own. I wanted it to be really cheeky. I really did. So this is my greetings from Seattle because I live in the Pacific Northwest. I've been to Seattle. I've been near the Space Needle. I just love that the game was based here. And so some of you may not know, but the Space Needle was built in 1962 for the 1962 World's Fair. And the slogan of that World's Fair was living in the space age. And originally in the game, Ellie spent a full day on the Seraphite Island and I believe could have visited the Space Needle. So that's what this is. I have her little pin on it. I know she would have loved going to the Space Needle. I would have loved to see her visit it. So this is my kind of greetings from Seattle postcard. There are a bunch of good ones coming up here. All right. So this is from Alejandro. He's in the chat, Vanta Day. And he did a phenomenal job on this. This is his rendition of Zaragoza, Spain. And so for each of these are excellent artists. You can find their websites in the bottom corner. His art station right there. And you can also, if you're on Twitter, you can go to Twitter and find these postcards for yourself. But I just wanted to kind of show a more high-res version of each of these so you guys can kind of see them as they are. So this one's really good. He actually, this, I don't know how to describe it, his banner, he did in 3D. It's a 3D banner. And yeah, so excellent job by Alejandro. The next one is from Leah Jackson from Manchester, UK. And I like how she put hers as if like Ellie was pulling it out of her backpack with the background. Naughty Dog just tweeted you. Uh-oh, what did they tweet me? I should look at Twitter. 1 sec. Let's look at Twitter. Oh, yeah, I just looked at the Twitter and there's like 100 notifications. Oh, wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Naughty Dog. Thank you, Scott, Arnie, and everyone who probably did that. Thank you, guys. Dang. That's, I'm smiling pretty big right now. Oh, what's up? Lower than average. Love the Ravens reference, right? I know. He did. Thank you for noticing that. He did put the Ravens in there. It was so good. So for Leah Jackson's here, she did this entirely in Photoshop. She is a wizard. She is an absolute wizard. I have no idea how she was able to do this. Like, this is an actual place, an actual building in Manchester, a protected building, which I just love that this is what she chose for this. I like the clock tower. It looks so ominous, but it's so cool. I would love to see the Last of Us universe in Europe. I really would, because they have such like old and compelling architecture. Like where I live in the Pacific Northwest, we don't have a lot of really old architecture because it's, relatively speaking, it's a newer country compared to the old world, so to speak. So yeah, I kind of really like how she chose this. It looks amazing. Such a good job, Leah. Thank you so much. The next up is I Am the Casual. I love this one because I instantly know where it is. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the Music Center. It's the Music Center. Greetings from Jackson. We've got brushes, towels, and everything. It's so good. It's so good. What's up, Lucasburg? Yeah. So my whole idea was with this whole thing And actually, shout out Darius Stone. He kind of had like this postcard idea for a video, a different kind of thing. And I kind of took this idea. I'm going to use it in a video later. But also, I'm like, man, this is a really good idea for like a kind of a community aspect, like kind of like bringing this Last of Us Day together. Initially, when we first doing it, we wanted it because it was still called Outbreak Day at the time. We wanted to have this outbreak of postcards going around to each other. You know, like good-natured, fun postcards. So this is Casuals. So good. So good. I love that it's a different style than all the others. That's one thing you'll find of all of these postcards. They're all different styles. And it wasn't like we planned that intentionally. It just kind of ended up that way. And I love it. I love this music setter one, Finding Strings. Such a touching scene. So excellent job, Casual. Next up is Haley, Haylox. She's in the chat. Haley, this is so damn good. If you're a Factions fan, you'll notice the Hunters banner hanging off the lion. The fire and the cars and the body. It's really nuanced. You did an amazing job with this. I love it. It's so good. Greetings from Reading. So good. Reading, England. Yeah, Haley, if you don't know, she does a lot of video editing, and she has been incredibly supportive of the Last of Us Factions community. Bobby Barks, who's streaming later today, hey, speaking of which, so let's take a little break here, and I will show you. Dink, here's the stream schedule. So I started off first with this live discussion, kind of wanted to get this whole thing kicked off. And my whole idea behind this is to kind of like have our streams kind of be like a wave and then go from one person to the next. I mean, obviously some of the streams the start times are close, so like you can't go to all of them all the time, but it's kind of just that each stream will kind of help support the next ones. Yeah, and this is, this day is all about community, and so for me, this is what I wanted to do. I'm like, you know what? Let's put a schedule out that shows everyone like, hey, check out all of these streamers. There's a variety of like formats. Like I'm just doing live discussion today. I'm not playing Factions today. I'm not going to play Last of Us 2. We're going to be going over this stuff and talking about it. And yeah, so, but we have Factions people, we have permadeath runs, we have part 2 speed runs, and we have everything in between. Not listed on here, Bobby Barks and Dom the Bomb are also, you'll find their links in the description. So if you go to the description, there are going to be, there's going to be links in there, which is good. It's going to be cool. And the other thing is, I'm going to put these postcards, like links to these artist postcards in there, but I did not want to do it. I did not want to do it while it was still going. Like I wanted this to be a surprise for you guys. I want it to be a surprise. So that's the reason I did not put those in there yet. But Haley did just an absolutely beautiful job with this. So good. All right, next up, it's from Cape Town, South Africa. That's the other thing. I loved that I was able to get artists from literally all over the world, try to get, people from practically every continent to get good representation of just how expansive the Last of Us community is. Earthly Fawn, she did a great job on this. She is not like an illustrator. She is a digital photographer, and she did such a good job. She mostly uses just PS4 and some really basic editing programs, and she did such a good job on this one. I like that this one has this kind of vintage photograph feel, and she was able to get Ellie in here. And if you look in the background, hey, Cape Town did such a good job getting it in there. Such a good job. So well done, Earthly. Next up is Sid. Sid chose Jackson. So the location is Jackson, Wyoming via Norway. Sid is in the chat as well. Thank you, Sid, for taking your hard earned time and effort to make this. He hand painted this in the background. Such a good postcard. I mean, there's so many details with this one. I mean, not just the rolling Jackson Hills in the background, but look at the lettering. I love how it tells a story. So it has the opening scene, right? the guitar with the moth, Ellie playing it, probably Take On Me, right? And then the ending scene with the moth on the guitar as she leaves it and walks away. It's a small detail, but so impressive. So impressive. I like that conceptually. I think this, I understand like what he was doing with this concept. I did not even think that much into mine. I wish I had. He did such a good job. Is there a link to download these? There isn't at this point because we wanted to kind of make it a surprise. So far, they've only been on Twitter and then what I'm doing here. But I mean, I'll talk to them. I'm not going to put their artwork out for like free distribution without talking with them. Yeah, we wanted everyone to at least be able to see them today on this great day. So Sid, excellent job. And you can check out his Instagram. So each of these on here, on this live stream, you'll see there's a website if you want to check out more of this artist's works. Sid's done a bunch of Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2 artwork. You can check out a lot more. Next is a factions player, Namie. I love that he got into this because for those of you who don't know, I love factions. It's a great game. Wonderful multiplayer. And I kind of mentioned this to him during one of our Friday factions, and he was keen for making a postcard, and I love it. He nailed it. He nailed it. Greetings from Pittsburgh, the Grand Hotel. So good. So good, Namie. And then next is Fire Girl. She's from Amsterdam, and I like how she took the Amsterdam trolley and put it on fire and put some infected in front of it. This one is one of the ones that's like really like day of. I was imagining like this photographer taking a picture. Wow, this is happening. Oh my gosh. Alias, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I think I speak for all of us here when I say we appreciate all the work and content you create for our favorite franchise. Oh, thank you, Alias. I really don't know what to say, but that's a huge donation, and thank you so much. It's really my honor. I love this game. I love this community, and this is something that I really love doing. I love doing this. I love talking about this game, and it's not even game. It's games now. I appreciate these games, and man, thank you, Elias. It's my pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you. Yeah, Fire Girl, she's a streamer and a factions player, and she was kind enough to offer up a postcard as well. So thank you, Fire Girl. Last but certainly not least is Kopfstoff. So I'm sure if you're on Twitter, you've seen his work. His Last of Us work is unreal. What's up, Zephyr Prime? What's up, Mikillers? Thank you guys for stopping in. He chose Catalina Island. He busted this out in no time. No time. He's a very busy man. Incredibly productive. He's got his own things going on today that he's doing for Last of Us Day. So be sure, if you're not following Kopfstoff on Twitter, you should definitely do that right now. Actually, here, I'm going to find his, I'm going to take his and I'm going to post it in this chat right now so you guys can go find his stuff. And I will put everyone's links in the bottom here soon enough. Here we go. Copy and paste. This is the link. Yeah, and so what's up, Wildfire? What's up, Yosan? Thank you guys for stopping in. Yeah, he did an awesome job on this. He's an unreal artist, and he's able to do a variety of styles. And he is putting out, he does like this, he did leading up to The Last of Us Part 2. He each Friday he would give away one of a brand new original piece. And many of us who were part of this postcard thing, we were all like heavily trying to get his work every Friday, and we kind of like really bonded with it, you know, for both for better for worse. I was never able to get one. I was always just missed out, but that was okay because it went to really good homes, each of the pieces. But I'm just so glad that more people are able to see his work because he just does a phenomenal job. Great guy. He's also a super friendly guy. So, oh, thank you, Fever. Yes, I know. Fingers crossed. I am hoping to. We'll have to see. We can only do so much, right? We can hope. But I think even if it doesn't happen today, I think if it doesn't happen today, there's a chance by November 1st, a good chance by November 1st that we see something. And I can kind of get it. I'm going to get into that later, why I think that. Did I like TLOU 2? I did. Actually, you can look at my other videos. I did a whole bunch of videos on Last of Us Part 2. You did, Sid. Sid won one, Casual won one. A bunch of people brought. He did. Casual. Kopstoff brought a lot of us together through his really excellent and really selfless contest that he does. So definitely check him out. Thank you for being here, Art Vandelay. What's that? Believe that? All right. I know this art is phenomenal. He did a really, really, really good job with that. So let's see. The other thing that I want to do, so there's another surprise. Some of you have already experienced it if you're on Twitter or if you're here for the intro. But let's see, ding. It's this. So something that I wanted to do this year is I wanted to have like an Outbreak Day theme song. And here, I'll go ahead and like play it now for you. Let's see, I'll turn it down a little bit. I'll turn it down a bit so it's not too loud. Hopefully that's a good volume right there. So this song was made by Created Nor Destroyed, which I love that name for a music project. I love it. It's one of the laws of thermodynamics, if you guys didn't know that. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. That is like the line, right? And he did just an excellent job with this, capturing the song. And he made it in just like a few days. I gave him very little notice. I was like, hey, so I just recently found out like a week or so ago, like that he's a musician. He's like, man, I really love your stuff. If you ever would like me to do some music for you, let me know. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, and you can check out his Spotify, Created Nor Destroyed. You can go to his Twitter, Created Destroyed. But I listened to his stuff. I'm like, oh, this is excellent. This would be excellent music for like music videos and stuff, and video essays. But the one thing I approached him, I said, hey, what do you think about making like a theme? I'm like, it doesn't even have to be long. It could be like 30 seconds long, a loop for Outbreak Day. What do you think? Do you think you could make a theme for Outbreak Day? And he was so into it. He was so excited, and he absolutely nailed it. It's so good. I love this song. I think it really, really captures the essence of The Last of Us in both a kind of slightly ominous, but also just like melancholic and loving way. He captured it so well. So please check him out. He's a great guy, super kind guy, and he nailed this. He just 2 days whipped it out and said, here you go. So I was really honored that he did that. So that is that. Let's see. All right. So next up, well, I'll let this song play. I'll tell you what. I'll let you guys hear the whole song. I'm gonna get a drink of water and I'll be right back. Okay? 1 sec. Hey, Alan, thank you. Are you getting the new Joel and Ellie statues? What are your thoughts? Sorry if you did mention them. I am probably not going to get them because I'm saving up for a PS5, which I don't know when I may actually get that because, yeah, it's pretty hard to get. Those pre-orders are insane. They're insane. I'm sure at some point we'll get those. We'll get those pre-orders. Or it won't even be a pre-order at that point. We'll just get the actual... we'll get the actual PS5. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you once again, Created Nor Destroyed, for making this. What's up, Joe Anderson? Thanks for joining me on your lunch break. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we're having a pretty dang good stream so far. So, yeah, there's that. And so now let's go to the next, which is this. The next topic I want to talk about is PlayStation Studios. So, PlayStation Studios, they recently announced this. It's kind of like this new umbrella of all of the PlayStation Studios together under one kind of name. And what does this have to do with the Last of Us factions? Thank you for stopping in, Luke. What's up, NJ? Thank you for stopping in, man. What did NJ say? Actually, NJ's been here for a long time. Oh, NJ, send me your PSN. We'll get some privates with some friends. We'll walk you along. Trust me, we're not going to throw you to the wolves. That's the whole reason why I started this channel. Some of you guys may not have known. I started this as a factions channel basically to help onboard new players. Because when I first played this game, I got destroyed. I still get destroyed sometimes. But as a very new player, I got destroyed. And it can be really disheartening, when you get these awful messages and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? There's no beginner's guide. Let's put out a beginner's guide, and we can help people get used to this game. Because once you understand the mechanics of the game, it is unlike any other multiplayer. For me, it is by far the best multiplayer on PS4. So good, so good. But thank you, NJ. Yeah, we'll get you up to speed, man. Don't be scared. We can help you. So yeah, to get back to Sony Studios, what does Sony Studios have to do with any potential future factions? Well, that is good. I have some slides here. So we're going to turn that. Sony Studios, they're basically trying to consolidate it because they want their brand to be even more well-known. It's pretty good. Third overall brand in the UK, 7th in Germany, 13th in the United States. So they have some work to do in the United States. They're trying to consolidate in order to really, really emphasize their brand. I got this information here from it was the Sony financial report for 2019. So it was from 2019. So some of the information will be just like a little bit outdated, but yeah, this is really, really important information to look at because it kind of gives us an idea of how they are planning to proceed moving forward. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So the critical role of the PS4. So there's some really important information here. Will be made the engine of engagement and profitability for the next 3 years. They are not planning on getting. I got the slides out. I got the slides out. That's right. They are supporting the PS4 for a minimum 3 more years, which is so good, so good. They still have their, as you can see, this is where the 2019 extending roster of exclusive AAA titles still to come. Those 3 have all come out, but this kind of shows their game plan, right? I know, right? Zephyr, Pinterest is number 3. There's some interesting. Let's go back to that slide a second. There's some interesting ones on here, right? I mean, even KitchenAid, right? Look at Lego in Germany, Lego in UK, dominant. Lego and Apple, so cool. Lego Last of Us. I've seen a Lego Last of Us video. It was actually pretty awesome. Awesome to hear. You didn't know that, but right, Halox? I know. So that's the thing. So I think, okay, I have this argument. It's all going to make sense here about why the PS4 is important and why you don't necessarily need to feel like you're going to be left out if you don't get a PS5 right away this holiday, right? Because to be honest, I kind of felt like that at first. I was like, oh man, if I don't get the PS5, I'm going to be so bummed. But you know what? I thought about it, and actually it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay because a lot of new things are coming to PS4. Congrats to Lego. That's right. Lego is pretty awesome. So this slide is really interesting too. The 99, not the one. What basically they're saying here is they want to offer a huge variety of ways for you to both play their games and their products, to like be able to get that, well, whether that's streaming, PlayStation Now, PS Plus. You can see there's all these different things. VR. It's not just like a one way of buying their things for them. So this is important because going forward, I think we're going to see a lot more stream-based stuff. Oh, what's up, Alan? If Sony wants to be well-known, they need to bring back the Vita and the PSP. I love those. Those handhelds were really good, Alan. They were. Thank you again for the $5. I know that's your second donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I have a PSP. I got it a long time ago, and I love it as well. The PSP is so cool, and the Vita is even better. I love that they had the Vita in The Last of Us Part 2, though. That was so cool. It's a nice little Easter egg they put in there. So, and then the next slide, one Sony collaboration. So, Sony Music, Sony Pictures, PlayStation. What is all this VR content? Original music for first-party games. It's kind of how these, look, Sony Music can support first-party games. So the Sony Music artists can get their music in Sony games. The VR content, meaning maybe virtual concerts, right? Virtual concerts. The same way that Fortnite kind of like started that whole thing. Virtual concerts with like the Sony VR. Like how cool would that be? That was funny, Darius. And then Sony Pictures can collaborate on both PlayStation and other IPs. So let's go ahead and just get to the last one. Let's see. Is that the last one? Yeah. So what does this have to do with factions? Oh, thank you, NJ. Thank you for becoming a strategist, man. Thank you for becoming a strategist. I appreciate that. I appreciate it very much. I'm a small but hopefully mighty channel. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Diego. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here. So, Last of Us factions. What is all that information, all the Sony studios, what does that have to do with factions? Well, the one thing that the Sony Studios kind of does is, you know, like there's been all these rumors about that Uncharted 5 is being made by a studio, not Naughty Dog, right? And so if that other studio is able to put this out and you have the Sony Studios label on it, then it really instills confidence in people like, oh, this is going to be a good game. It's not just a Naughty Dog game. It's the whole idea that these IPs become like the Sony Studio property, right? You have God of War, Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn. Like they're all like a Sony brand, which is smart. It's a smart thing to do. So good on them for doing that. But once again, what does this have to do with factions? Well, I just showed you they're committed to the PS4 going forward, right? So does it make sense that they would put out this PS5 and then expect people to just jump over? Now, that kind of happened with PS3, right? I did say Uncharted 5. I did. I think someone's working on it, but not Naughty Dog. So it could be really interesting. So you had PS3, specifically factions. We can talk about factions in PS3, right? So many of us started on PS3 and then it's like you jump to PS4, but you could not play with the PS3 people anymore. It's like it was two split systems, right? I'm sure many of you, if you're in the chat, please let me know if you played PS3 and now play PS4, like either Last of Us or factions, either one. Let me know in the chat right now. I want to see how many people played PS3. Like just type PS3. Because I'm guessing it's a lot of you. I'm guessing it is a lot of you. I would pay extra for factions, but I would buy DLC. Not pay extra for factions, but I'd pay DLC, no problem. Yep. I started on PS3. Halox did, yep. I know most of us did. PS3, Namey, me, yep. I used to play on PS3. Yep. Oh, there's a lot of people. Look at all the PS3s. There's a lot of PS3s. Yeah, there you go. And how many of you, so of all these people that started on PS3, how many of you had to like be like, damn, like I got a PS4, but some of my friends are still on PS3s, right? And you had like this weird kind of thing where you had to kind of like go between two consoles, or it didn't feel as natural. So they're getting rid of that. Basically, the way that they're kind of trying to do this is that the PS Plus and the system is the same regardless of generations. It just goes from one generation to the next, and it works. Pest Danny. Oh my gosh, H Money. Thank you so much, H Money. I appreciate that. Yeah, of course. I like X Shot. It was so cool getting to play. I'm so glad that he was able to jump in for a few games, and I was actually able to jump in with games with him. Yeah, no, he's a cool dude. It was so cool. And that's actually a good thing. Xshot is streaming later today. Let's see. We're gonna go. Let's look right here. Ding, pink. He's starting at noon PST, Pacific Standard Time. He's starting at noon. So definitely, yeah, check out Xshot. Check out all of these streamers. There's a good variety here. I cannot say it enough. For me, I don't want this day to be. This isn't about me. It's not about my channel. It's about the community, which is why I wanted to try to get as many people on here as possible. And these are people that I've talked to, and they said, yeah, I'm going to be streaming on these days. And I got a good variety of stuff. It's not just all factions. It's not just all part 2 speed ones. It's a variety of stuff. So definitely check them out. It's good stuff. Yeah, so once again, so with a potential factions, I see it being a PS4 release that is crossplay with PS5. Thank you, Baby Shark. Thank you so much for the $7. I appreciate that. Baby Shark, do 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 do. I like that song. It's a good one. It gets stuck in your head all day. I lost the homies when I switched to PS4. Yes, Jose. I know, right? What's up, Whisper? Thank you for being here. So many of us have that dilemma. It's like there was a friend of mine who he had a PS4. He had factions on PS4, but he would still play with me. Yes, Dom the Bomb is playing. I didn't have time to update that graphic, but if you look in the description below the chat, he's in there. He's there, and also Bobby Barks is there. Bobby Barks has put out a bunch of factions tournaments over the year, and he's gonna live stream today. So check him out as well. He's a factions OG for sure. Yeah. Don't sing. I know. I'm not gonna sing, Matt. Don't worry. I won't sing anymore. Yeah, it's good. So yeah, to get back to this whole like PS3 losing people, they're gonna capture and keep all of us. That sounds like kind of like scary, but it's not that. It's you being able to stay with your friends, stay with your systems from generation to generation, which is really, really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, coffee is good. Virtually me. Thank you for being here. All right. So predictions. Let's get into some predictions, right? What do you guys think? So I'm going to put out some options. I'll put out 3 options. One, and there's one option we haven't even talked about at all. One of those is the HBO show, right? We haven't even talked about that. So yes, there's a PS5 update. So here's the 3 options. The 3 options are, you can say there's going to be a PS5 reveal. That's 1. 2, factions reveal. 3, no announcement that is neither of those. It's going to be something completely unknown. So you can say PS5 update, factions reveal, unknown, and there's actually a third one, right? Fourth one, HBO like story, or even maybe the cast reveal. There's that. So there's four options really at this time. So 4 options. Ready? Well, not PS5, like PS5 update for The Last of Us Part 2 reveal. That's what it would be. Steve says, I think it's going to be something random. Factions 2. Movie announcement. Game of the decade. DLC. DLC is the other one. I forgot what DLC. So yeah, it could be DLC too. How many of you think DLC? Factions reveal. I mean, yeah, there's really 4 legitimate things in play. The reveal is coming up soon, 6 minutes. There's HBO, there's factions, there's PS5 updates to The Last of Us Part 2. There's DLC, like a DLC, whether it's a mode or a new story, HBO update, or does the HBO update kind of coincide with a DLC somehow? It could be something else. I know. Druckmann confirmed no DLC. He did, but he said the same thing. Like they've said that so many times that there's no something, and then they release it. I think they said no DLC after the first game too. Then they did. Then they did. Thanks for being here, Leah. What did Whisper say? Man, there's so many of you guys. I'm sorry, I can't even keep up with the chat. It's so close. I know, we should go to that page. Ta-da. Thank you, Mohammed Reza. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for being here, Urban. Thank you. And Owen, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Urban, for reposting it on Instagram. I appreciate that. I appreciate it so much. Speaking of which, let's see. I'm going to do it over here. So, actually, I'd never promo my merch. Like, pretty much never time. But I do have today, for just today only, there is a 10% off. If you use this code, I'll post it here. Dink. TLOU Day 20. If you do that on, if you go to the very top in the chat, the Teespring, if you go there and use that code, you get 10% off anything. So just thought I'd say that. I don't ever promote my my merch, but figured I should today. What's my prediction? Man, that is a good question. That is such a good question. I've been asked that question so many times this week. Actually, even month. My prediction, I think PS5 Last of Us Part 2 update. Now, that's what my head says that. My head says that I think that it's going to be. Thank you, Roxanne, for the sub. Thank you. My mind thinks that PS5 Last of Us Part 2 update. Now, whether that comes with DLC, that's yet to be said. But my heart and my gut says that they have to say something about the multiplayer. They have to. It's been a year since our last official multiplayer update. I feel like they got to say something. It may not be a trailer. I think definitely not gameplay. If it'd be gameplay, I would freak out. You guys would literally hear me freak out here if it was gameplay. I'd probably just start sweating and not say anything for a long time. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But that's what I'm thinking. But also, it could be multiple things. It could be a PS5 Last of Us Part 2 update, like the new features and whatever for that version. But then also HBO update. I feel like they at least have like a small trailer or something else with the HBO show. How many of you are excited for the HBO show? Just show of hands. Like, say HBO yes in the chat if you're excited about the HBO show. I don't know about you guys, but I was so dang excited when that got announced. I think that is better than a movie. A show, a miniseries show on HBO. Thank you, Enzo. Is so good. So good. It really is. It really, really is. It's good. Felipe, it should be here. Yeah, it's going to be in 2 minutes. Let's go here and see if there's anything. Nothing there yet. Oh, it's so nerve-wracking. It's so nerve-wracking. HBO, yes. Yes, look at all those yeses. Oh, my gosh. Look at all those yeses. That is great. I know, right? So how many of you watched Westworld? Or how many of you watched Game of Thrones? There are so many good HBO shows. Thank you. Craig Mazin did Chernobyl. How many of you watched Chernobyl? So that's the guy that's working with Neil Druckmann to make this. I think that was like when that got announced, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann were making this together. I was like, boom, knocked it out of the park. That sounds so good. Thank you for being here, Alu Cakes. Thank you. What'd you think, Sid? What'd you think of Chernobyl? I thought it was so good. Wait for it. Thank you, Fire Girl. I'm sweating. I know. Believe me, I am too. This is more intense than a comeback. Okay, I'm gonna I want to keep clicking it. Thank you, Angel Martinez. We're gonna find out, Matt. We don't know what it is, but it should be fun. It should be fun. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I'm just gonna start refreshing here. Please don't don't pull a pre-order. The bots. It's time. I know. I'm gonna take a deep breath and press it again. Nope. Still not there. $9 a.m. Where is it, Naughty Dog? Oh my gosh. This is so nerve-wracking. I don't want to spam the refresh. I really don't. Let's all just take a deep breath. They didn't troll us. No. I mean, it's just starting at 9 a.m. Let's just give them a minute. Let's give maybe their OBS had to update like mine, like immediately right. Give it a second. I can tweet at them. Where's it at, Naughty Dog? They have to make it. They have to update this page here. Let's give them a second. Let me go to the Twitter. Let's go to Naughty Dog Twitter. Maybe it's on there. They haven't updated anything on their Twitter. Let's give them a second. Let's be patient. We waited a long time for this. Still nothing. I know, AK. I know. I saw that they did a shout out. They did. So that's what makes me think like there's definitely something coming here now. We didn't get rickrolled. It's nothing. Nice, Fire Girl. No, don't worry, guys. Don't get just you guys. It's been 2 minutes. Let's just relax. Things happen. They posted. Hold on. Let's see. It's here. "57 seconds ago." Okay, let me refresh it. Oh, it's a different link. Okay, let's go to Twitter and find that link. Sorry, I muted myself. I did. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was so excited I accidentally hit the mute button. All right. Yeah, as I was saying, so let's get back to it. These posters are so freaking good. So damn good with that background. Nailed it. We know about the theme. We know about the theme. We know about that. We know about this. We know about this. This is new. Kojima Productions. That is so cool. Wallpaper. That's a cool collaboration. I love the Switchblade. I love the simple Firefly logo. Always iconic. Guitar is cool. I like that one. All right. This is new. Reactions gifts. That one's pretty funny. There's some specials down there. We know about the board game. Okay. Last of Us Day specials. We know about the bundles, the avatars, PlayStation gear. Celebrate the Last of Us Day. Photo mode. Oh wow. So they got fan art and stuff. That's a really good cosplay. Good Joel. Good Dina. Another good one. Nice tattoo. Show all. Oh my gosh, this. How long is this? There's still some more left. Show all 22 screenshots. Nice. I've seen some of these. That one was really well done. The artist that did that, I like that. Space helmet and the gas mask. So cool. This is a cosplay. It looks like the actual thing. That person absolutely knocked that cosplay out of the park. 7 years. Is that it? That might be it. That might be it for now. So it looks like there's no video as of yet. There's 2 left behind. Merch sales. Oh my gosh. Screenshots. Well, you guys, it's still only 8 minutes into it. It's still only 8 minutes into it. Right? We got trilled. Trolled. No. What to do with the fan post. You can look at it. You guys, there's still time. I don't think this will be the end of it. I really don't. But even if this is it, the posters, which the posters are pretty damn cool. I'm definitely going to get these posters. I mean, these are actually the vinyl. The posters are here, but it's the same thing. It's on both. But those are pretty damn cool. Definitely going to get them. But even with that, there's still bamboozled. No, you guys, your day isn't ruined yet. There's still so much time left in the day. Patience, guys. Patience. We're 8 minutes in. Greetings from Italy. Thank you. Rating Fs. It's rating Fs. Those gifts are money. Let's look at the gifts. I will. I know you guys probably don't want to see gifts right now. I know everyone just wants to see factions, right? Whoa, some of those are intense. I do like that one. That one's good. Super special gift drop for The Last of Us Day 2002. Nice. I want to see gifts. I'll show you the gifts. Oh, you guys can't see the gifts? Why not? That's weird. Let me go back to it. Let me try it again. You guys couldn't see this? Can you guys see that? Let's see. We can see that. Okay. There you go. Here's the gifts. Oh my gosh, that Joel one on the bottom. There you go. Try this. You can see it now. Everyone. What the heck? Oh my gosh. This one. Bros. It's Owen and Abby. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. I like these two. That one's good too. Oh man. Oh, thank you, Fire Girl. Thank you for the super chat. Factions too. I know you guys want factions. I want factions. Everyone wants factions. But we might have to wait. Thank you, Leah. Thank you. So this is good. This is good. Like, I think this was a lot of feelings that people had last year, right? The Ellie Pizza gif is pretty funny. I know. This does put a smile on my face. I know. They said no DLC, but they've said no DLC in the past, and they did DLC. Whoa. Thank you, Leah. Here's being like Ellie in the gift. I know, right? Right there. I should play some factions while I wait. Well, there's actually going to be a lot of people playing factions. I think Rage's Rager is probably getting ready to do this. So this is the gifts that they've released. They released the gifts. Here, we'll go back. 4 million GIF views. Damn. That's a lot. The board game, the specials. People down there. 7 years of Last of Us Day. There's the games. I feel like there's going to be something else. I really do. But perhaps not. All I want is a Geralt poster. I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. But they ain't. That's right. They ain't. You guys are... It seems like you guys really, really want factions multiplayer. Trust me, I do too. I know something that we can look at. Here we go. Ink. Rage has some really good multiplayer videos lately. Got it. And you can join him too. Well, you shouldn't be worried for The Last of Us Part 2. Check out his videos here. His multiplayer, Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer videos. If you haven't already, check them out. They'll probably make you feel a lot better about The Last of Us multiplayer and whether it's coming or not. Because I really think that it is. So that's Last of Us Day. Yeah, check out Rage's Rager. I'll put his link in the description below. Dude. Copy. And paste. What's up, Caesar? There's a lot of disappointment in the chat. It's okay to be disappointed, guys. It's okay. I want something that has Joel. I hear you. Like a prequel, like Joel and Tommy before the events of The Last of Us Part 1, like in between Outbreak Day and in Boston 20 years later. Who are these bots with the F? pay F to pay your respects to factions too. Someone said check the link. Yeah, I'll put a link too. It's true. Thank you, Halox. The day has just started, guys. It has. I mean, it's unfortunate there's not something like right off the bat, a video. I know a lot of us really wanted a video right off the bat, and it appears that it's not going to be the case. It's simply not going to be the case. I'll refresh this to see if it's anything different, but I don't think it is. And part of this is why I did want to go through the history of The Last of Us Day, which they probably do have at the bottom here as well. They haven't really ever announced anything on Last of Us Day, Outbreak Day. It's all been it's been merch and some other community related stuff. So it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay. If anything, this just shows the passion that we have for this multiplayer. And that's really what I am kind of like showing with this whole like stream schedule is there's tons of people still doing this. Not waiting for yes, they were just a shirt. I know, it's okay, guys. What did you guys I'm curious, like I'm guessing most people wanted a factions reveal trailer. Maybe it happens. Maybe it happens. What's up, Hey On Board? Thank you for your kind and thoughtful comment. Oh, I don't think it is Deadly Plant Eater. I really don't. I'm pretty sure that last year was because we had a definitive answer. What's up, Boom? Oh, wow. 2.3K for the guitar. The day just started. Last year, the first thing that we got was that there's no multiplayer, and then we had a confirmation about it, an update later in the day. So it's possible the same thing happens this year. The only thing I want is confirmation that they're working on. Yeah, I think that's probably like most people, that's what they want. I agree. I agree. What do you guys think about it might be the second worst. fair enough. That's fair enough. What do you think about possible TLOU 3 announcement? What? Let me look at Twitter. Let me look at Twitter. Ooh, Kopsov already got them posters. Man, he was quick. Let's see. Twink. Let's find Naughty Dog official. Kojima, that. I don't see any other updates. So yeah. Factions. Handover time. It is. So that means we are going to move to factions. How many people want to watch some factions? If you want to watch some factions, please spam in the chat factions. And then I can help you out with that. Thank you for waking up early, Stephen. I appreciate that. So, we are about to transition. Here we go. Factions. People want factions. I'll tell you what. I know you guys want factions. I might stream later in the day. But what we're going to do right now, I'm going to spam something myself here. I'm going to spam a link in the chat once the chat stops. We're going to go to this link. This is Rage's Rager, who's literally streaming right now. We're going to go there. We're going to watch together. We're all going to go over there and watch some factions. I want this to be a massive raid. YouTube does not do raids like Twitch does, but let's go over there. I'm going to end my live stream. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm sorry there was no Last of Us Part 2 factions reveal, but that's the name of the game. That sometimes that's the thing. That happens, and it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that we don't get an announcement next month. It really doesn't. But thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the postcards. I hope you enjoyed the new theme put out by Created Nor Destroyed. And yeah, let's get the hell on over to Rage and show them some support. And then Rage is going to do the same thing for like Boom Boyman. Boom Boyman's going to do the same thing for X-Shot. And it's just going to keep going. And we're going to get some good Last of Us content going. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's go over and join Rage. And thank you. And this will conclude my stream. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.